I gotta read this because I can't remember it. We are in the Francestown Memorial Forest. This is right off Francis Turnpike going into Francestown, and this was granted to several Boston families back in the 1700s, and they just called it New Boston, which is where New Boston got its name, even though New Boston is quite a bit that ways. We're gonna go check out a popular old tourist attraction known as Frog Rock, as well as looking at some of those early settlement of New Boston. So let's go take a look. This is Frog Rock. Back in the 1800s, Mont Vernon was a really popular place to come vacation because it was high up, it was away from the city smog and heat of Boston, especially in the summer. So people would come up and stay in Mont Vernon at one of the 5 different grand resort hotels, including the Grand View Hotel. And one of the day activities that was advertised at that hotel was to come out here to picnic at Frog Rock. They would come out by the wagonfuls just to see this rock. Now, there weren't any trees here at the time, so there's a little bit different of a view. But here it is, Frog Rock. This is Teetering Rock. This is another advertised rock just from Frog Rock. Supposedly back in the day, you could just tip this over and it would rock back and forth. I don't believe you're able to do that today. Mostly because the sediment's built up around it. Again, this landscape looked a little bit different back in the 1800s. It's worth noting that if you follow Old Frog Rock Road, which is how you get to the settlement artifacts, there's a tremendous amount of deforestation, including this giant field behind me. So if you just follow that road and hug to the left, you'll pick back up where it used to be before this was all disturbed. But there's a good chance that if you come here, it could look even different from this. So this is all I can tell you. I gotta look up what it's called again. So as signified by this granite post and this rock wall perimeter behind me, this is the last remaining remnants of Paper Mill Village Cemetery, which is a cemetery here belonging to Paper Mill Village, which was a small town or village located around the Francis Turnpike. This was where King's Paper Mill was. There was a schoolhouse, a general store, but the paper mill went out of business and everything sort of fell out behind it. And the people who were in this cemetery were moved, I'm assuming dug up, and moved to the cemetery just north of New Boston. We're gonna try to go up this road a little bit where there should be some more remnants. If you continue down Frog Rock straight, you'll come across a bridge that used to go to a restaurant. That restaurant is now a private residence, so turn around there. I've followed that side trail all the way to the end. Meets back up with the road here. I think I'm gonna have to do a lot more kind of trailblazing bushwhacking to find these other remnants. And it's starting to rain, so rather than spend any more time walking through the woods, I'm just gonna do a little more research and come back. This is a really intriguing spot, but it's frustrating that there's all of that deforestation and the trails are getting kind of messed up. Frog Rock Road is a nightmare, which is why I think I might just walk up the road, even though that's probably not recommended, but neither is that path. So thanks for coming along. This is been a fun one.